There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Calling out people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving the fear and the promise of them. The work with my life without fear.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Clay Paris, who make on you, I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can ask him my jamo. And he's no money, and more I know. And you love our money, more I know what is.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the biggie, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We talk it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Calling out people who waiting to serve. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving the real and the promise from best. To work with my life without fear. From grandfather Nima to Lusa, from Riverside to Raji to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat to San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa.
Well, indeed, SKTV, it is the best in the world. SKTV, it is the best in Africa, and SKTV, it is the best right here in Liberia. That's why we have no alignment with anyone. We speak for Liberia, and we everything we do here, we do it for Mama Liberia and our people. So again, good evening, folks. Wow, what's the time like? Well, so that means we're going second day now. Wow, life is indeed interesting. Good evening, though, to all of you, our dear channel listeners, our followers, those of you always supporting us on this platform. This I'd like to welcome you to the SKTV show. The Thursday edition, right? Yes, indeed, the Thursday edition. That is the second day in the first month, and the year remains the same, 2025. God is good. Wow, I'm grateful. Actually, I'm grateful to see the second day in the year 2025. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm grateful at least that I'm alive and I'm moving very strong. Yeah, by the grace of God, we are moving very strong, even though we are not part of some of the troublemakers. We are peaceful people, we are law-abiding people. We are people that respect the rule of law and so forth. And we want Mama Liberia to be the best in West Africa and Africa at large. So again, let's share the show. Those of you who just joining us, please let's share the show, share the SKTV show. If there's so many things will be happening, we'll be discussing our topic. I think you can see it. It's all things, right? All things under consideration. So that means all of the, they fire issue for me. Even right now, as we speak, I'm here, I'm worried. Because I don't even home, my wife now home, and it can be easy. So every time you wake up, there's fire disasters, there's fire to the other end. fire to the other end. So I'm a bit worried for me. So I think so far my only worry now in the entire life now is fire. But I think for Zonkos or for the guys, for the armed robbers, or for the motorcyclists, those guys who steal motorbikes, for them, or those armed robbers who shooting people, taking people bags, taking people, harming people back to back, especially at midnight. I think when they see me over here, I didn't even get me. Maybe the only thing I'm a father on a fire. Maybe free. So yeah, Mom, good evening and welcome, my dear brother, to the my day two of the year 2025.
Yeah, what's up, Mabel? What's going on?
Well,
Second day of
I'm
the new year.
grateful. Yeah, I'm grateful. Thank God for life. It's just that with the fire incidents, the fire things, the future get me worried a bit when every time I wake up, or every time when I put my internet on, the only thing I watch is fire disaster. This fire disaster in another community, fire disaster in the other town.
Fire got both physical and spiritual implications. It's a condemnation. That's why they associated hell with fire. And we keep
Mhm.
saying that SKTV, there are so many things that result of fire outbreak. When you put too much pressure on social services, you got too many people living in the congested area. Zoning law. That's why
Mhm.
people build in a particular way. You create alley, you create spaces, because when the houses are congested and you don't have a straight zoning law and quote, people houses and property will get burned easily.
Mhm.
And you can tell the city is overpopulated, and then you got the illegal, the stealing of current, electricity, wire, crisscrossing
Thank
each
you.
other. So this outbreak will be happening all the time. That's just why there's nothing going to change about that. That's the reality. You got electrical circuit, and you got some. It can result from so many reasons, and I think that four of the top reasons I just gave you right there. No zoning law. You don't have enough spaces between houses,
But
alleyway. You don't
mm,
have. You got illegal wire crossing all over the place, stealing electricity, transformer blowing up, and all that stuff.
mm,
Electrical sparks. These things. That just what can result to fires. Nothing more.
but
You know
but
when you
but
got when you got
mm,
appliances and then
mm.
the electricity was not stable, it keep going off and on. It even blow your
You know
appliances off.
what?
Yep. So that's it.
But then, Mark, can we now, as a people, maybe as a country, can we say, okay, let's just make this now as a national issues. Let's make this maybe as a national fight, the way we fight maybe the COVID, the way we fought the Ebola, and let's just make this as a maybe national corner and say, okay, I think we got to mount maybe fire trucks back to back places because like what I even watched today that even got me a little bit afraid is to see the fire service, some fire service workers are also happy to to quench some of the fire, but seeing them with buckets, that was just so I don't want to say demeaning, but that was just so terrible though.
Yeah, and when you watch the video, I hope you had a video here,
Mhm.
for our audience to see someone out there. You got a whole house burning, you're using bucket to put the fire. Is that a joke, or you just want to pretend like you are doing something? You talking about the entire roof of a building or structure is on fire, and you
Mm.
got water in the bucket. Like, look, and yeah, and family Donzo said it right. Sometimes too cheap electrical materials too can
Oh
also
yes, oh
cause
yes.
sparks here and there. So look. Maybe every problem in Liberia, I keep saying it comes down to economic hardship and
Mm.
making investment. That's just what it is. Because when you can afford your job, you will pay your bill. When you can have an income or stream of income coming in, you will be able to buy high quality electrical or how they call it, materials or
Yeah,
what.
not a
But
good, yeah.
people will try to cut on corner. People not even paying their bill. You're stealing current illegally, wire crisscrossing here and there. All the horses are congested together, no alleyway, no like. Come on, bro, it won't end. I mean, you just want to be practical, but it won't end
Yeah,
anytime
yeah. So,
soon.
so let me try again while the video is played, and our people are watching the video. Those of you who are watching, also there this fire incident also in Nimba County. I don't know, is that Ganta or also something like Kongota Kanta. I don't know what they're trying to say, but I think that fire is our bit. I was somewhere getting very fast to come to the office when I saw that. But this this one happened right around the town hall or right behind the Effort Baptist Church, according to information. This one happened right behind or right around the town hall and here in Painesville. But just imagine, Mark, that you just stated. Painesville is a big city. In fact, it's one of the biggest city. And Mark, you don't even have quick, uh, should I say, fire truck that will be able
Yeah,
to
emergency
solve
response.
your emergency response. Mark,
24/7 are supposed to be on call. Now you would believe that with all the fire outbreak happening throughout. And Melbourne, this is just a city. This is the part of the country that will concentrate on the most. So think about what happened in other counties. And like even when it comes to mysterious killing and everything and all the vices happening in society, we concentrate a lot on Montserrat County, Monrovia, more specifically. So if the situation in Montserrat County is worse, think about what happened in other counties. But the only reason we don't talk about them because we don't concentrate on them. But it's worse all over the country because they supposed to be the microcosm of a larger society. Everybody focus on Montserrat County. That's why the bulk of the economic activity occurs. So if you
and
see this thing
and and
happening,
and,
then
and,
what you think happened
and
in the
Mark,
county?
I was saying, yeah, yes. So I want to ask this question quickly before Sego come up. But Sego, let me say, I know it's morning time from your end, and good evening from our end here in Liberia. And again, happy New Year to the mark the 2 of the year 2025.
Thank you, Mabel, and thank you, Monk. It's good to be here.
Wonderful. So my question, I think maybe you may like to chip into also. But Monk, this question, what about our leaders? They are seeing these things, they are watching these things, and they are also interacting with the people. How come, Monk, they are acting like they don't care?
Well, the whole society has proven to be a don't care society. The people who are being, I tell you, the bigger accomplices are the people who are being affected the most. What, Mabel, when was the last time we come on SKTV? We've been singing this song for an entire year plus now. When was the last time when we come up with this story, you can see that kind of a rush of anger with people calling to put pressure on public officials? Matter of fact, they will come here to attack SKTV more than even the people that they're supposed to be putting the pressure on. You talking about your national budget, these kind of services like fire truck in every community on 24-hour speed dial that you can call in case of emergency. The last time you saw on the show, people using human feces to put a low baby. My man, let's forget that. Let's go into different topic. Yeah, you guys can go ahead for
Well,
now.
all right. So let me remove that because I think. Well, Sego, good evening and welcome again for this edition of the SKTV show. And yes,
Yeah, so thank you so much, Mabel, and thank you, Monk. As always, I can't emphasize enough as to how much I personally appreciate you guys, and I believe Liberian people appreciate you all as well. So today we say we're going to be discussing our leaders. We're going to be rating the performances of our leaders, whether it's the president, whether ministers, whether the members of the legislature, whether both houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives, whether it's the other citizens in the country. I mean, we are going to be rating our government today, especially those who are leading public sectors, whether you are the president, you are, Minister of Information, Minister of Internal Affairs, Foreign. Anyway, give us your Minister of the Year, your Legislature of the Year, or Legislator of the Year. Whoever do you think perform well or to your expectation or beyond your expectation, come and let us know. I mean, sometimes, you know, uh, working areas where we work, they appreciate, there's something called Employee Appreciation Day. Some of them, they give, some bonuses. Some area they give you, performance bonus. Some area they give you award for putting in a lot of commitment and time and effort to make that particular institution better. So for Liberia, we may not have an award to give to those who we believe perform well, but at least we can, talk about it, give them their flower while they are alive. I know we have a lot of negativity going on. We have a lot of bad practices going on in the country. but it is important that we also recognize some of the good people. So not only that will encourage them to continue to be good, but that will also encourage other people to be good. What we can do is to recognize the good behavior, the good performance of our leaders, to those who are not doing well, so we can be able to also point to their flaws and their behavior, that you know, behaviors that have the propensity to keep our country stalled. We're not moving forward, not because everybody is bad 100%, but because we got a lot of people that that are bad, and those few that are doing everything, you know, to make the country better, they don't have the power. They don't have enough, power to actually effectuate any change. But yes, again, I want to say thank you to all of you for following, and those of you who have said something. I just want to take this time to recognize a few of you, able, if you don't mind. We have, let me see here. We have a couple of people here that have said something. Alaska Pay, welcome to SKTV. Rudolph Perry, welcome. And not Nutu Brent, welcome. Elizabeth Bowen, welcome. It's been a minute. Peter T. Dolo, welcome to SKTV. James Davis, welcome. Edward Prusius, welcome. Vamadou Donzo, welcome. Laif Fofana, welcome. Caroline Gould, welcome. My own friend and brother, the undercover physician Benjamin Jonah, welcome. Rose Quitter, welcome to SKTV. Yvonne Eo, welcome to SKTV. My son Ali Kamara, my man from all the way in Netherlands, welcome to SKTV. Sandy Anderson, welcome. Regina Wilson, welcome. Oh, we got a lot of people here already. I didn't even know. Orito Zena, our own SKTV Orito Zena, welcome. Tubet, welcome to SKTV. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining SKTV this morning, this afternoon, this evening, depending on who you are. We are here once again to discuss issues that matter to our country. Our brother is here, the chief himself, Melvin DeShield, my man, welcome. We appreciate your letter and the appreciation, that you posted to the family and members of SKTV for our outstanding, work over the few years. We really, really appreciate it. Brother Stewart, welcome to SKTV. Cole Dolo, my sister, what's up, man? What's going on? Sylvester, welcome. Yeah, so everybody, we want to welcome you. We want to encourage you to Brookable Power. Brookable Power. So I'm on the cover Waka Shen. So automatically I'm on the cover Waka Shen because I didn't let any support or supporting comment for Fanatic Cover removal. So definitely I'm automatically, Waka Shen. That's okay. Me, I've been called commission. Sunday they say I would want bro we are. Me? Sunday they say as a body
from Bwaka to Wia.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I like that.
a lot of doing something good because everybody just attaching me to all the yeah.
Very soon you can be Tiwagongolo.
Yeah. So Mariswa Amora, welcome to SKTV, and Spencer, welcome, my brother. Welcome to SKTV, and then we have Kula Kiazulu, welcome. We have a lot of people here. Happy New Year to all of you. I cannot thank you enough for being very consistent and very supportive of SKTV. This year, 2025, is going to be a different year. It's going to be, you're going to come with different activities, different actions. For me personally, like I told you guys, if you have your party, if you have your political leader, if you have your institution that you think you want to make an impact in Liberia, you better start working to convince me now, because me I'm open. I'm up for grabs.
We are free agent.
Anybody can get me right now because
Mm.
I don't really care. I don't pay loyalty to any individual. I wouldn't care for my country. So if you're there and you believe you have what it takes to make Liberia what it needs to be, definitely we will support you. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about Melbourne. I'm talking about Mount. I'm talking about SKTV. I'm talking about me, Sekou, Kenneth. So yeah, Melbourne, it's good to be here. Happy New Year to all of you. Sarah Tule, welcome. So yeah, Melbourne, you said something. Mon try to answer. For me, our country, we need a lot of help. The bottom line is our leaders are not behaving patriotic. They are not showing any love for country. They are not there to fill their pocket, unfortunately, which is really, really bad. Maybe in a country where you have 600, 700 millions budget, in that country, that's not someone we need to run for public office. Because the thing is, we will not just talk the talk, we will walk the walk. You either keep us or you let us go. You either imprison us or you do what is right for the people. Maybe you have a country with the budget of 600, 700, 800 million dollars. But yet, you don't have enough ambulances to cover all the counties. How important is the life of the people if you don't value them? Ambulance, there's no ambulances, there's no enough ambulance. People, pregnant women get carried in a hammer on motorbike. Hey, man. That's why sometimes we can say, oh, this person, they're angry, they behave. Sometimes it hurts. It hurts when you think about it. If the resources are not there, that is something. But the money is there. You are using it, misusing it. You're using it for yourself, but nothing for the country. Fire trucks? Come on, man. Liberia should be able to provide not less than 2 or 3 fire trucks for all the counties, all the major cities. Monrovia should have not less than 10 or 20 fire trucks, wherein they have the 911 system, the calling system, wherein all you do just die, like Mont mentioned, just press the number. For example, here, when you die 911, you don't have to tell the police people where you are. You have the GPS system, neighbor. Okay. That's why you somebody mistakenly die 911. Before you roll, you will see the police car, 3, 4, 5, 10 cars, right there to your door. And they'll ask you to open the door. If you don't open the door in the next 3 minutes, they will break into the door to find out what's going on. Thinking that somebody is abusing somebody, thinking that somebody is hurting somebody, or somebody killing somebody. Or sometimes, an armed robber is in the house, or some criminal activity is going on. Mm-hmm. But in Liberia, even if we don't have that situation, we're not that sophisticated as of yet, but at least let's do our due diligence. Let's do what we can do for the country. But they only dare taking money for themselves. Nobody cares about the country. Somebody will talk. By the time they get there, that's why, to be honest with you, there are a few people I personally appreciate when it comes to legislature. I have a lot of respect for most ability. The reason is simple. When this guy came in, the first thing he said, let's audit the legislature. Mm-hmm. Let's audit the legislature. Yeka Koluba is, or let's say Musa Ability is the diplomatic version of Yeka Koluba. Yeka Koluba is one of the person to that speak. I don't like the way he speaks. I don't like the way he presents his case. I don't like the insult part of it. But being sincere, fighting against corruption, fighting corrupt officials, speaking truth to power is important. So that when we are talking about legislature being bad, at least we have some exception. Amara did well, like you guys mentioned yesterday. He did well, but not enough. Because Amara knew that Joseph Boakai was not a good leader. He knew that very well. Amara had a letter, long letter, written after the presidency of Joseph, of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, when Joseph Boakai was the vice president. Some of the grudges that Joseph Boakai harbored against Ellen and members of Ellen's government. Joseph Boakai behavior was not letting things go. Joseph Boakai level of tribalism and devastatedness. He knew that. But yet Amara Kone went because of the behavior of the CDC, what CDC did to him. They brought CDC to power. He was betrayed by the CDC. So that anger made Amara Kone to go and support Joseph Boakai. Where are we going to stand up for the country instead of ourselves? Instead of attacking people or taking position based on personal ego, as opposed to putting the country first. Personally, my politics is different. If you're going to hit me, you're going to like me, that's fine. I don't care about your tribe. I don't care about your religion. I don't care about your country. I don't care about anything. I want to care about Liberia. If you come across as a good person, we'll talk about it. If you are not a good person, I don't care about who you are. You behave bad, you don't behave in the interest of our country, we will speak to you. We'll speak about it. So if you put those three people on the scale, I would choose Yeka Koluba and Musa Belete over Amara Kone any day. The reason for Yeka Koluba was very, very vocal against the past government. He never held back. And people thought, because Yeka Koluba supported, he was in the vanguard of supporting Joseph Boakai party, people thought he would be one of those stooges who only there to collect money. In fact, I got some breaking news for you guys.
Yep, go ahead. Mr. Dishu talking about something. But I don't finish with the news, so I don't know whether you can see that his comment or his message.
Yeah. So I don't know where Mr. Dishu's comment. Let's see. He offered 10 fire trucks for 80 and still waiting for them to reply. For $80,000, 10 fire trucks? That's like giving it to them for free.
That's a point.
That's free. Well, Mr. Dishu, I think we'll talk about this. We'll talk about it. Maybe someone will buy it.
I think we'll just take one day just for the fire.
No. Maybe someone will buy it. We send it to Liberia.
Seriously?
Wow. Anyway, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But you know, speaking of legislature, SKTV is informed that the recent appointments, especially of ambassadors, is being done through Darius Dillon. Dillon being the chairman on foreign affairs in the Senate. That in fact, he is the one submitting name as to people who to be ambassador in Liberia. For Liberia around the world. Some of the people that were even asked whether they want to be senator, whether they want to be ambassador, confirm these informations to us. People that are supposed to be holding the government accountable for doing the wrong thing, the executive accountable for doing the wrong thing, are the ones appointing people in the government. Just as we saw in the local government. But anyway, we will give detail on this later on. Since today we said we're going to be talking about people who we consider as, good people based on their performances, whether it's the best senator in your mind, the best representative, the best minister, and also you can rate Joseph Boakai as president. For me personally, I will hold back as to who I believe perform well and how. I just made mention of two people, Yeke and Musa Ability, simply because of right at the door what they have done and what they've been doing. I read an article today from Musa Ability. I was shocked. It has been like that. As a matter of fact, Musa Ability was considered the most notorious criminal, the most corrupt person before his election. In fact, after his election, Musa Ability was still considered a bad person. But after declaring his assets, something which others refused to do, after people saying what this guy has achieved for himself, for his family, all the people that were making noise, all of them put their tail between their legs and ran away. And the Unity Party, they used to accuse this guy of being corrupt, of being criminal, of being this and that. They're in power, but they were not able to establish any form of investigation to prosecute this guy. And the guy came publicly many, many times, challenging. If you think I'm a criminal, if you think I've done X, Y, and Z, take me to court. Prosecute me. And on the document regarding the asset declaration, you can sign that everything I'm saying here, everything I'm going to put on here, are true, nothing but the truth. If you say anything that is not, true, you can be prosecuted because you're taking oath against the country, in front of the country. But the guys who were all talking about criminal, this and that, are done, and now today's criminal, they don't want to talk about what they talked about yesterday. Those that were celebrating Jacob Kwaluba yesterday for being vocal, for sometimes insulting President George Mani Weah, are the one today hating Jacob Kwaluba. Those that were celebrating Stanley Witherspoon yesterday for being Messiah and Savior and bringing Joseph Jima Boakai to power, I don't want insulting him today because he too has his own problem with Joseph Boakai because Joseph Boakai didn't cut him off. So where is the integrity of our people? Where is the honesty? Where is the moral rectitude of our people? Who can you trust? Who can you actually believe in Liberia in terms of leadership? That's why I say I'm open personally. And I'm not going to be on the fence. I'm looking forward to seeing that person that party, those group of people who are actually standing up for Liberia, who are actually ready to change the status quo, who are actually ready to make Liberia a better place. But today, we're going to open the line to our people. Maybe Mon will come in, maybe will come in there from there. We can open the line to our people as to what are some of the mindset in terms of your belief as to who is the best government officials in your mind, whether it's the legislature, the Senate, the representative of the Senate, or the executive as a whole, or maybe the judiciary. Who is your best government official of 2024? Back to you, Monk and Mabel.
Well, for me, I had my take yesterday. I don't, with the way how the system is structured. For me, I would give people credit when I can see a lot of tangibles, even though I want to admonish some individual for taking a stand. But if you are taking a stand and the stand is leading to nowhere, then what become of the whole issue of advocate or advocacy, whether it's chairmanability, whether it's Yeke Koluba, some people say Amara Kone. Okay, we understand that. But you got to move the ball. You have to move the needle. We are not seeing the government policy transforming people's life. We are not seeing the country headed in the right direction. So at a certain point in time, yeah, we can talk about the advocacy, but the advocacy is not translating into tangibles. That's why I keep saying until we can start forming caucuses, we need people who will hold people accountable. I won't see a little 10 year Koluba. I won't see full chairmanability. I won't see a caucus in both houses that will say, you know what, enough is enough. We must do the work of the people. And the people, Mr. Khan, the reason I made this situation very, very compound complex in Liberia, the people who are being affected themselves, they are giving up. They are even giving up on people that came from the diaspora to say, you know what, when they come here, they all turn out to be the same. So you cannot be advocating for a group of people who got a pre-existing mindset that everything in this country is bad off, that the country is irredeemable. No matter who you put there, nothing will change. Now, if you get that kind of a mindset, then it means you just finish accepting the status quo. So whether Yega Koluba is advocating for you, whether Chairmanability is advocating for you, no, you will not really appreciate their advocacy because your own mindset. Now, we all know now that thought can influence action. If you come with the notion that you cannot get a better leader, that we should keep recycling these same criminals all the time, even when better leaders suffer, you won't be able to identify them because you put everybody in under the same canopy or on a blanket. How do you make progress when the people who you are advocating for have already thrown in the towel? That becomes the challenge. It will take an extraordinary level of politics and a politician that will be able to change the narrative. And for now, I just don't know. I don't know how we can get out of this thing. Mr. Cannon, we talk about 750,000, $800 billion budget. You don't have basic. Where is the rations angle from the people? You and myself, okay, we are Liberia, we want the best for the country, but I keep saying we are not the one on the front line for the fact that we are outside the country, yet we still got connection to the country. But the people that are on the front line, what are they doing to change the situation? If they are already accepted that nothing can change, that and let me tell you something. One of the smart thing these guys did in Liberia to come to the politician, I can keep saying it. I keep saying it all the time on the show. Economic narrative will always determine the fate of a country because that's the foundation. Even Mr. Cummings made that same statement that the president is more into political maneuvering than trying to come up with an economic solution. Liberia problem is economical. Everything starts with the economy. Okay, you want to advocate for these people, you want to come up with great ideas. You must first be able to win an election. Okay, you want to win an election thinking that you can transform people's life. But the people who you are trying to transform their life, they are telling you we have already given up. I mean, like it's almost like you are trying to fight for somebody and then they just come and just suck the energy out of you. That's what happened in Liberia. How do we change this mindset? Which kind of a narrative or which kind of a political strategy that you will put in place to make these people to believe that you know what, even though everything seems to be lost, but all is not lost. That's the challenge moving forward. Until we can figure that out, I don't know whether we got to forget. Some people say, you know what, you got to come up with this strategy that you got to put people in the house and forget about the presidency because when you come with the presidency, then it means you will fracture the coalition and people who are on the other side of the aisle. But one thing that I know, we have a superior presidency in Africa, most especially. Even though lawmakers are given the most power, but in Africa, people see the chief executive to be the one calling the shot. But at the end of the day, Mr. Kane, the strategy, that's what I'm waiting to see. And I don't know how we started because you cannot be fighting for people who don't have your back. You cannot keep telling me that Liberia is a lost cause, that everything is broken and everybody is the same. Then at the same time, you're telling me you want good governance. It's not possible. If everybody is the same, if you believe that everybody here happens to be a criminal, a warmonger, or rogue, people who have no interest in the country, then you cannot keep looking for a better candidate because you already create this assumption that everybody in the country is bad. And these are some of the reasons when some people who we think or believe will do better, when they come on the political scene, they perform abysmally. 4%, 1%, 2%, because the vast majority of the people already got that notion. And that's why you have lower participation rate in elections in Liberia. The people that sat out this going election who have determined the outcome of the election. So the question is, if you want better for the country, then how do you settle on not participating? But kind of it's too complex for me. I will stop there for now. Maybe on got something to add because he's on the ground, but I will stop there for now.
Then I will.
Yes, so to mock, too much of everything, sometimes Sekou and mock, it can make you to even give up. Let's be frank, right? I think the reason why this country went to war is because of so many disadvantages, so many things. People felt that they were neglected and so many things, and back to back. So we went to senseless 14 years civil war. At the end of the day, in fact, even what we are going through right now is even more than the 14 years civil war, because when you see people, so many bad things happening here and there, all the kind of thing. So people just feel that maybe for 2005 the people voted and nothing happened. 2011 the same thing, nothing. Billions of dollars came in country, and one person just woke up one morning and said, I take responsibility for what my son did and this and are you playing with the life of the people that passed? 2017 the people voted and say, okay, this one our son in this and that. They bring that one in. And the same thing, even things got to go another way. So people feel that, but then what's going on? Okay, let's try the old man with for the 2 years experience. For the 2 years experience now, even getting worse. So Steve, Monk, even you just feel that, I think, let me just live, just for the sake of living, but no hope anymore until, like you said, until that person who can redeem the Liberian people, until that person can come for me, even myself, Mom, because the same thing over and over. The only difference is that to just go to the pool and vote. That's all that was mentioned. But apart from that, my brother, as soon as people get into the system, they become worst more than even the system. So that's it. And to who be best, who be dead for me, like yesterday we great entire government F, the 3 branches, but there are few people who really try when it comes to development. Let me be frank, I will be fair enough that Honorable Musa Hassan Benete giving back to his people. It's genuine, it's physical, and you can see it. So for me, I'm grading on that. And I said, thank you, Honorable Musa Hassan Benete, for a job well done, because that's all our people want. All these things with legislative politics, it's not allowed to make a right to do they want. No, this country is poor and is undeveloped. So we need everybody on board to work. But sharing jobs and say, oh, this person is responsible to do this, but you are responsible to invest millions of dollars, but you're not responsible to face little road that leading to your community or to your house, then that's just so terrible. So Honorable Musa Hassan Benete for me is my lawmaker of the year. And I will just appreciate Mo Ali for maintenance. The what Steve was saying yesterday, even though yes, sometimes when some people go to places, I tell entities on a breakdown, but sometimes when some people go to places, they revamp the entity and maintain everything. So I want to say thanks to Mo Ali, at least for that aspect so far from the executive. He's the only person that my eyes see, and he's the only person that I think when it comes to feeling certain impact of his work. I've felt some of his impact, and I've seen some places, I've seen some things that he's been doing with LWSA, I mean the water side. So Monk and that of Sekou, Mo Ali, Musa Hassan Benete, so far so good for me. I think these people, they are my own, they are my official of the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mebon. Before we go to the line, I just want to provide some clarity, perhaps some education to somebody here. Sometimes, if you ask for attention, we can give you a little bit just to help you understand and help other people who may be thinking like you. This name, Maxwell Jones, saying that everyone is praising their kind. What we cannot say when Musa ability is a Madingo man. Perhaps you don't know me. Yeah,
Wow.
perhaps you don't know. Maybe you just started following SKTV, or you started following me recently. My decision, my actions are not driven by tribalism or any religious fanaticism. That's not me. Unless you're telling me that those who have supported in the past, those who have pointed to their good behavior in the past are all I'm from those tribes as well. Maybe I'm a Bassa man. Maybe because I supported Dillon. And I thought Dillon would have been better. And I believed at the time, and still now, those that Dillon ran against, Dillon was the better person, in my opinion, at the time. Maybe I'm still a Bassa person because I supported humbly. Campaign for her on this platform. Also behind the scene. Maybe I'm a Bassa man again. And I said, I may mention Yega Kolba here, being one of the people that I respect, that I trust in terms of standing up for the people and standing against corruption and corrupt officials. Maybe I'm a Loma man today again. But we have to do away with this culture of tribalism. You people are the real tribalists because you believe if somebody is a Gio man and that person is doing good, a Gio person is not qualified to mention the good thing of that person. That's tribalism in nature. You don't do that. You can't make people afraid to speak of somebody who is doing good because this person is a mono man and a mono person doing good, there is a taboo. It's wrong for a mono person to say good thing about a mono man. Those are the culture that we are trying to eradicate in our country. When I look at Musa ability, I don't see a trap. I don't see his religion, but I'm seeing his work. I'm seeing his development in his country, in his district. Not alone, not only that, but beyond that, when he came to the legislature, he asked that the legislature should be audited. I'm looking at that. Those are things that can nothing to do with his tribe. Because some of you are blinded by high level of tribalism, you don't see those good things. So if this is done by another person, we will say it. So our tribe should not be a blockade or an obstacle for us to acknowledge people for who they are, for what they do. When we do that, we'll be discouraging people who are doing good. If you look at my platform here, SKT, when we created this platform, we used to do show in English, and on weekends, especially Friday, I used to do show in Mandingo for the community that I'm from. But guess what? When we do show in English, when we're having 80 people, 100 people, if we do show in Mandingo, maybe we'll have 20 or 15 people. And you look at this platform, since the creation of this platform, 90%, if not 98% of all supporters, our fans, our well-wishers and people who are contributing more to SKTV morally, financially, they are not Madingo. So I don't see tribe when I look at Liberia. I don't see tribe, I don't see religion. And I'm in no way denying my religion or my tribe. No. But when we're discussing country, we're all Liberians. So our focus should be on the country, the good of our country, not the tribe of a person, not the religion of the person. So you need to do all this kind of behavior just to help you.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're talking
I just to
about
tell you,
problem, and people
but again,
still going to
quickly,
the travel.
yeah,
Go ahead, Mabel. Go
seriously,
ahead.
yeah. So there will be no news at 7, so we're going to continue up to 8 o'clock. Yes, that's the information I wanted to get out. But I want to speak also to that. You know,
Okay.
yes,
I must say, I
you
really
know,
want to speak to that because it's
yeah,
just annoying,
because of the
Go
news.
ahead, Mabel.
Actually, it's terrible. You know, in this country, we have the kind of people stay here in our mix. And people just think that it's joke. Some people voted for Joseph Boakai based on because they feel that the man is there, that the father, the kissy man from local county and so forth. Trouble for me, I can tell people, Mr. Connor, I hail from Grand Jada, right? And one of my uncle can all call on this show. But for me, I don't like all of the dealers who or one way or the other that even took part in the war. And I will fight high. Some of us will keep talking that we want the war crown code to come here and be able to investigate all these people if they need be punish these people, even with the letter of Matron Bly, right? I'm not calling him, but people just feel that maybe that trouble thing, trouble settlement, trouble is bad. It will not take us anywhere, and that's the kind of life that we find ourselves in as a people. I work here. They come in February 8th will be making me 12 years here. Honorable Musa Hassan Bedete from 12 years. I work with Musa Bedete. Not one day, I hear Honorable Musa Hassan Bedete talking about, oh, you remove that Christian. Who played that song on my radio? Who do that? No. Even with our work here, 98.5% of us, we are Christians from different tribes. Only, I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe only 1%, including maybe liability, who are Muslim. But people make the trouble thing like every time you go places, you should carry trouble thing, even to the extent that even when they are ministers somewhere, as long you are not from that tribe, they will not give you job. People are not connecting people because they feel that they put myself with from bombing. So the minister are done that from bombing county, so they may have to empower his people from bombing county. No. But again, all these things bow down to the leaders that we have. Because the leaders that we have, all of the leaders, they don't care. All they care about is what they can get, how much they can make. So they don't care about all these things. And let me be frank. These are all potential threats. People are not noticing all of these things. People have to be careful. Time will come where people will lose their anger with all of the tribal, religious stuff. People just taking people. By the time you hear somebody's name, you feel like you don't want to work with that person anymore because you feel that that person is from different tribe and you're from different. No, we are all one Liberian, and we all come from one Liberia, and we are all one under the other umbrella. But for me, I feel so terrible when I see people they're scrapping most of our Muslim brother. By the time they hear coming, they feel bad. Oh, maybe what you do working with a maybe I said, but what? How are you sounding? Sometimes I feel like this country we still far from getting better. And I think in most of our schools we had to carry these things about educating our people about the religious tribal politics. Educating young people because it's just in their mind. And don't be frank, it's in their mind. By the time they hear certain name, they feel that name not from where in Liberia. How? How? So who is more Liberian than their friend?
Thank you, Mabel. Thank you. Let's hear from Hong, and then we'll move forward.
You brought a very important issue with this tribal politics, and the politicians over the past decade or two, they did a very good job in dissecting our people on tribal lines. That's why you see the election, almost like every election now you can predict the outcome based on the region or where the votes are coming from. Like typical example, Nima County. The people of Nima County know that there's no way Prince Johnson can become president in Liberia. They know that when they go to the poll. But look at how they vote. The last time I checked, I think Joseph Boga got more like 78% of the vote from Lofa County in the previous election. Now, if you are going to be choosing leaders based on their religious or tribal affiliation, the question is then how can you keep making the case that you want a better leader from Liberia? Because it means if we're voting on merit, if Mayborn was a better leader among our three here, and Mayborn came from a county that is not populated, even though the people know that Mayborn could deliver or he's capable of delivering, but you want to vote on tribal. That's why most people, even some folks in the diaspora, when you talk to them, they have thrown in the towel because like if we keep going down the line, I don't see it happening in one election cycle because it's been repeating itself. Second, if you conduct an opinion poll on SKTV, it will be the same old players that will be top of that list. And they will come from specific county, maybe because the size, the population, Nima County. Why do you think Jeremiah Kun is a major fixture in the Brentport today? Because Nima County, the size, the tribal politics. Why do you think Southeastern, look at the data from this going election, almost 80% to 90%. Grand Jide Bagan talk about the girl who vote for we are like 96% of the time at the highest. Every election cycle. So these people we claim to be advocating for, if you look at it, they are not interested in their own transformation. They are not. Even though they profess that they want a better Liberia, because it just doesn't make any sense that you will limit the country to tribal affiliation. Okay, you don't like Chairman Belete because he called for an audit of the house. Oh, because Chairman Belete is of Mandingo Bay. So even though auditing the house will carry the country a long way when it comes to your finances, it comes to your resources. But no, it came from chairmanability. So for you, no, you would not consider that. But guess what? You are the one going through the pain every day. You are the one year about 750 million, 800 million. You can't even afford basic services, fire truck, ambulances, women dying, through childbirth. You don't care about that for you. So what make you think, Mr. Kanye, even though we come on the show, we try our best, we say, oh, people say, oh, we can educate the voters. Some people need to be educated. Like, no, I don't think the problem like is about educating. We've been voting now since the last time I checked. I would say we have had elections continuously since 1997, right? It will be 5 election or 6 election cycle now up to now. Sheku, they have NGOs, they have people that invested millions of dollars, talking drum studios. Since I was picking Growing Labra, number of photo education, our people are just not ready to make that leap, to take that leap of faith, to vote for somebody who is not aligned with them from a corruption standpoint, from a war standpoint, from corruption and tribalistic standpoint. They are not. Until we can get to that point to make that decision that will make them to feel uncomfortable, I don't think anything is going to change. That's why I believe, because you just give an instant. And it's not only restricted to people back home. You talk to people that even live in this advanced country. You talk to a Southeasterner now. He is most likely to support Georgia, even though he lives in America. I can bet you that you call 100 Southeasterners that live in this great country of ours, that have seen life, that have seen what they call an advanced society. I can guarantee you 95% of them will tell you they will prefer Georgia. And you want me to believe that a kid growing up in other Leeward country why make you think I will expect them to vote different? No. I can guarantee that for sure. It won't. Because the tribal mindset is a subconscious thing. It's been happening forever that people can, no matter which way they see the country going, they will still choose to go that route. I don't know how we can change that. I don't know if that will change. But like I keep saying, the probability of Liberia being transformed from the ballot box, it's not impossible, but it's unlikely. Because when people don't know better, they cannot do better. Somebody will need to come to that presidency to give the people a sense as to what they call good governance. Then after that, before we start making better choices, until then, no. I don't want to subscribe to that notion that somebody's talking about Messiah, because even if the Messiah is available and you're voting on travel land, how will you get this Messiah? The condition you set for electing president, it gave you an idea that you will never get the best president for that country, because the best president will never fit the condition that you set up. You want to vote on religions and travel land. You want to vote on people that are corrupt. So how can you be telling me that you want that the government is corrupt, you want to change him, but yet then still you keep picking people that are corrupt. So the standard that our people set is just in no conformity with the actual thing happening on ground, intending the country to change the direction of the country. It will never ever happen. No possibility of that happening.
Hello, Melbourne, can you hear me?
Yeah, I saw that. I thought you guys were hearing me.
Yeah,
No, we're
yeah.
hearing you, but Steve was calling me to tell me to say
Oh,
something.
okay. So you want me to go to the line now so we can interact with our
No,
people?
let me just say this, then we can go to the line.
Okay.
You know, I listened to both of you, and you guys couldn't have said it better. And I'm not going to give up on Liberia when it comes to providing leadership, education to our people. The reason is very simple. If we all give up, then we'll be here. We'll be in the same position 100 years from now. We'll be leaving our children with no choice. We'll be leaving them bad country, corrupt minded country that is badly infested with tribalism and divisiveness. So we will not give up. You know, Mong, if municipality build bridges, are the people crossing that bridge are all Mandingos? First question. Second question. Municipality
Oh my
build
God.
school. If municipality build school in his district, are the children going to that school are all Mandingos? Who are the benefit? What people are going to benefit? If municipality build roads, people traveling on that road are they all Mandingos? If municipality provide electricity, those who are benefiting from that electricity. Yeah, well, I'm hearing something in the background. I don't know what it is. Thank you. I'm hearing something in the back. So, if the answer to those questions are no, there was a point. What is the point? So, are you telling me, like Moses said, so if you are not coming from a tribe that is, that is more populated in a certain country, I mean that person, no matter what they get to offer to the country, that means you can't get that person. Okay, you've been voting for your tribe based on tribalism, based on country, based on the country you're from, based on your tribe, based on your religion. 170 some years later, where are you now? That's the way you've been voting. That's why I said from the beginning that Joseph Nima Bwaga was not the right person for Liberia because he was a tribalist. And as long we continue to vote in Liberia based on tribalism, we will never get the leader that we deserve as a country. Never. Because the benchmark that we set is not the right way to elect a leader, to choose a leader. When I heard Joseph Bwaga talking about he can't come from America, he can't speak the people dialect, then he won't be their leader. That was turning point for me. The man with a background of coming from a different country that he does not shy away from, he has more loyalty to the people of, I don't know, Kwedu or Kwendu, whatever that is, in Sierra Leone. You get him more attention.
Yeah.
You get him more attention, you get him more leverage. When you got power in the first place, that's the place he went. When you got your first government job, the place he built a house, that's the place. But yet, he is in Liberia trafficking in tribalism. in divisiveness. A Liberian people is that divisive. A Liberian people actually paying attention to you. But guess what? The same tribalism is still continuing. If you go to Guinea, the Mano, the Kisi, the Loma, when they come from Guinea, they come to Liberia, nobody questioned them. They are Liberian. So, one of the brothers told me one time.
Even the crowd.
Yeah, one of the brothers, I don't want to call his name. He came to my house, he was talking to me. He told me, he said, do you know my mom? He's a Kisi person. He said his mom from Guinea.
Okay.
So the person told me the connection between he and Thomas Faladen, how they have their grandparents and other family people that came from Guinea. But yet, they are Liberians. So a Mandingo man, like Musa Ability, whose mother is a Mano, whose wife is a Mano, whose wife is a Christian, who married to a Christian person, who married to a different tribe, whose mother is also from different, but the fact that his father is Mandingo, that means he is less of a Liberian. Then you expect that country to move forward. So for me personally, I think if Sekou Kene, if I can do what it takes to be president of Liberia, I will run for it. I care less about how you think about me. If I have the chance to run to be senator, I will run for it. If I have the chance to be representative, I will run for it. Anything that I can do that will impact my country. I know the country is going to change. I know the mindset is going to change. Liberia is changing little by little, but it takes time. It's going to take time. All of us should work towards it. Just a second, maybe we'll take over for a second. Let me talk to.
All right. So,
let me keep joking in my hustle.
Oh, okay. So to just add up to what you.
Man, move from there, man.
No bon.
I see it too. I see who boy at.
No man, you're thinking there. You're doing well. You're doing well. Keep on the good work.
Man, we just show up.
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah, I seen it, man. The man checking.
Social justice, you all keep it up. I guess something for you. I'll make my donation. I'll make my donation to the show.
I hope that you are issue.
Oh, you got something for us, right?
Yeah, the way I look at it, next week Friday, I'll make my donation to the show. Not the Friday, next week.
Okay, all right.
So to all the listeners and the viewers, thank you very much. I'm running, Mr. Kane. I'm running. You already know.
After the show,
yeah,
coming back, right? Okay. All right. Melbourne, thank you. Thank you so much. So, Melbourne, before you take the line, I just want to conclude on that. Whether you Musa Ability, whether you Melbourne, Johnson Kola, whether you Steve Boley, or you Saros, Brazilian monk, our tribes should not be barriers. Our tribes, our religion should not be a blockade. Our country is developing. Let me tell you, yeah. Nowadays, people are voting on development.
Oh, yes.
People are voting on what you can do for them. The young people are now driving the narrative. Oh, yes. All they need is more education. Anybody that can change your life, those are your leader. Anybody that can help you improve your life, improve your country, take your country in the right direction, those are your leaders. Don't focus on tribe. Don't focus on religion.
So I want to ask a question to you and more quickly, maybe before we go to the line. How do you think all of these things can come to an end? Because you and Mong, I just said everything, and the tribal issue, I think is one of the issues that also giving us tough time in country. And I just like the way you just put it that most of our leaders now, or most of the young people and even the old folks, they are also voting now for tangible. for what they are seeing. So how you and more think that we can get rid of all of these things? Is that through education, maybe in various schools, or maybe awareness or so forth, or maybe we can come maybe closer more than ever before?
You want me to go first?
Mo, you can go first.
Well, maybe it's a bag of mixed fruit. There are so many ways. The reason that I don't like the tribal politics when you go through the history of Liberia, for me, I don't limit Liberia to just now. I look at the overall history. We are 177 years in existence. I cannot point out a single instance wherein people benefited because they voted for somebody from the tribal land. From my experiences during the war, I know that the people that come to leadership in a particular tribe, I know that they were the one that that experienced the most atrocity. So it can still confuse me as to why people will keep voting for people based on tribal land. Because that particular role, it always doesn't end well in Liberian politics. People were targeted during this war for the mere fact that the president who was in power came from a particular ethnic group. So you would think that people will learn from their past and from their mistake to change that particular narrative. Maybe if you look at all the major players in Liberia, they share one thing in common. The most popular one. They are from a country with more population. One, they got sketchy past when it comes to corruption and war. The people who we think or who we believe that can try to do better in that country, they are not coming from the most populated country. They are not the most popular people. They are not the one that have this bad reputation in government when it comes to corruption and whether it's about the war, whatsoever. So the question is, if we are going to use a tribal benchmark to pick leaders, then what are the possibilities we will arrive in picking the right person? And we just give you an instance with chairmanability. Okay, his ethnic group is not the largest in the country. He's not from the most popular tribe in the country. So if you are going to ignore everything that he's proposing based on his tribal land, then my brother, then how will we get there? So people will say over time because it's been happening forever. You don't expect it to change on the dime, right? It will take a while. Maybe the young voter, maybe some of the people that have given up, that have been sitting on the sideline, that feel that nothing is in them for politics. So some people say education. There will be so many things, but for me, I am just looking at the possibility. And the one I can catch, the reason maybe everything I talk about the show, when it comes to the vices of Liberia, I focus more on the diaspora than in Liberia. It's not that because I don't have interest in the point in Liberia. I just believe when you cross the Atlantic Ocean halfway across the world, it's something to change the way how you see and see things and analyze things. But when you get people that live in this country for decades, if they are still thinking like villagers, then I cannot place my hope on the people back home. Because I one thing you learn from traveling. Traveling, you learn a lot from traveling. Why I keep saying most of the things that will make you successful in life they are not taught in school. You learn from apprenticeship, you learn from people with experience, you learn from traveling. These are places that you get practical experiences from. So if you will come to America and live in the country for 20 years and you still have a travel mindset, my brother, then I'm not placing my bet. If it happened back home, I will appreciate it, but I will not be placing my bet on people that are yet to travel. No, it will be very tough for me. That's just how I see it. I know you guys got different theory on that, but that's just how I see it and my level of understanding when it comes to transforming Liberia. Because you expect people that travel to different countries, and they got some people here that travel to other countries apart from America or the Western world. Talking about other African countries that have seen life. If you cannot think, how can I bring a kid from Bogonjere or how they can call it all the time or how they call Marama for Fafana village and in town or was it in Lof? Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yes. How? That's the challenge.
Yeah. Maybe you can open the line. Let's hear from our people.
All right, so
Let
077, they've been calling back to
it put
back.
their
So the
leader, but
question
I'm not
is
happy with
who
me.
your best
Just let the folks just read their leaders.
Yeah. Hello? Sorry, Chief. Please move away from the monitor when you call. You've been calling. Now you come on. You are having terrible feedback. So keep your calls coming. 077-285-961. That's the number to call here on the SKTV show this evening. Happy New Year to all of our followers, our listeners, and all of you. 077-285-961. That's the number to call. Who your best leader of the year? Hello, to this caller. Hello? Hello? Oh, all right. So to this caller, good evening. Hello?
How you doing, gentlemen?
Yeah, we're great. Thank God. Go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, I thank God for you, man. The service again in 2012.
Hmm.
You people are always letting our mouth, but the service tonight is very more interesting because they travel working has some Liberia backward and continue to do so. Because if a man may put on some development in next school have come, they will not touch it. So for this year, for last year, I chose the mobility.
All right. Representative Musa Hassan Benete as the best lawmaker of the year. Today's call of good evening. Hey, man, what kind of problem is this? Today's call of good evening. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the question I just asked, I choose Mumba is number 3.
All right, Sumo Moba, this is number 3 as the best lawmaker or government or public servant of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened to the phone? The phone, I mean, I say. Keep a course coming 077-285-961. Something's happening. Okay, yeah. Keep a course coming 077-285-961. That's the number to call. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, my dear brother.
Yeah, my dear, good evening. Go ahead.
Happy is a prosperous leader to you and the entirety.
Thank you. Who your best government official of the year?
In this street today, my best government official of this year is the illustrious Honorable Sekou Duguri of the National Port Authority.
All right. Thank you so much, Sekou Dukle of the National Port Authority. Today's caller, good evening. Oh, God. Hello, today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, hello, neighbor. Emmanuel Bawa, my Kingwa Village resident.
Thank you, Emmanuel, for joining us. Go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, you know, the government have done so to deputy minister
No, at least, man, somebody doing something small, though. Hello, today's caller, good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, my dear. Your name and from where you join us.
Yeah, my name is Nagolo Rawa. I'm calling from Togo,
Thank you. Go ahead. Who your best government official of the year?
yeah, my best government official of the year is Representative Musa Hassan Benete.
All right. Thank you so much, Representative Musa Hassan Benete of District number 7. Hello, today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, neighbor.
Yeah, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us. Hello. Okay, thank you, Abraham, for joining us. Go ahead, my dear. Mo Ali, your best government official of the year. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, go ahead, my dear. Your name and from where you join us. Okay, go ahead.
My best lawmaker is Nancy Kufa for Senate Friend.
All right, J. Fonanti Kofa, the embattled speaker of the Republic of Liberia. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is from
All right, thank you for joining us. Go ahead. Who your best government official of the year?
Yeah, Edmund Glasgow.
All right, Edmund Glasgow of the National Future Authority, NAFA for short. Today's caller, good evening. Hello? Hello? Well, today's caller, hello? Yes, go ahead. Sorry, please move away from your monitor so that we can get you clear. Hello? Okay, what's your name, Chief? All right, Musa Hassan Benete. Thank you so much. Today's caller, good evening. Thank you, my dear, for always following SKTV. Jeff Fonanti Kofa, your best government official of the year. Today's caller, good evening. Yeah, go ahead, my dear.
Because for me, I feel like government, I don't have any official advice because I get proud of what I have done. So can you tell me this? You call it, you could get the issue.
Go ahead, my dear. Go ahead. 30 seconds, maybe almost 1 minute. Go ahead.
All right. The issue of tribalism is an issue that we should treat it, impartially. We should treat it partiality. We agree that our tribalism is not good, but let's talk about it holistically. The problem we get with our brother, our counterpart is that one, we're talking about the area of man and woman as a way for Christian. But can we say the same for Christian who want to get married or Muslim? The last time there was a pastor in my community called Pastor Girl, he got a Muslim woman called Fatu. That woman was, excommunicated from the family. They did war.
I want a different argument by itself. I agree to that. So that hello. Dear Utana, hey my man, you want to make confusion with this, All right. So when you go off, then maybe Morgan will respond later on. But I think for me, that's not really one. But hello, to this call. Good evening. Yeah, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us. Yeah, go ahead, my dear.
My best official of the year is the President Joseph Yuman.
Okay, thank you, President Joseph Yuman Buakai. Hello, to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, my dear, go ahead. Happy New Year, David King. I know, David. Go ahead, my brother.
Official of the year.
Okay.
I had Honorable Benedict. He's a first. And I also have Emma Nampia Glasgow on NAFA.
All right.
And these are the two persons I have who have worked seriously for our country and they continue to work for the development of Liberia.
All right. Thank you so much. To this caller, good evening. Hello, my dear. How you doing? Go ahead quickly. Your name and from where you join us. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so somebody asking why one of the best and why not the worst. So who you think is your worst government official? Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So let's call a good evening. Hello, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us. Thank you for joining us. We are best. Yeah, thank you, my dear. Happy New Year.
Yeah, wish you many happy returns here in panelists. Yeah, like that woman from the Fishery Authority, she is for me.
Emma Glasgow.
Executive branch here as the best, and Honorable Yegan Olva is the best. But for the tourist showing, they mess our country up.
Okay.
And I Supreme Court, they do nothing. They spoil the whole system. I didn't want to create a problem for all because they are not the executive branch to control them because they want to maintain a position. So for them, they're not really functioning. They got to pull ourselves together. But for the legislator, only Honorable Yegan Olva, when you go to the Senate, maybe I can take McGill and Amara Cornet.
All right.
Ability is doing well too. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. To this caller, good evening. Wow, it's not easy. Hello. Keep a call coming 077-285-961. That's the number to call here tonight on the SKTV show. Tell us who your best government official, and also if you want to tell us your worst, no problem. Go ahead. Hello. Okay, go ahead, my dear.
My Lord, because it's powerful general Kofa.
Okay. And we are worst.
And the China Speaker of the House of Representatives in the Republic of Liberia.
Thank you. So then we are worst. All right. Better care about the worst. Hello, to this caller, good evening. Hello, go ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Resident in Division number 3.
Okay.
My best lawmaker of the year will be no one but Honorable Khalid Joseph.
Okay. Okay, good. And we are worst, if you don't mind.
The worst
Oh, all right. So let's call a good evening. Well, I don't country interesting. Hello? Yeah, go ahead, my dear. Your name and from where you join us?
Thank you. This is William Bobby and Kakali. First, I will start with the West government officials in this region. All of the CDC appointed officials who serve in the same position. Something we are seeing from entity. And the best is the opposition propaganda medicine and using last.
All right. All right. Eugene Falcon. Is that Eugene Falcon? Hello, let's call a good evening.
I'm not in the safe from Bananville Drivers Market.
All right, go ahead, my dear. Your best and your worst.
Before I come to the best, I want to go to the worst.
Oh.
the so-called justice minister. Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead. We'll listen to you.
The so-called justice minister who misinterpret the law to get lawyers and local head.
Okay. All right, the best. All right, thank you. Honorable Musa Hassan Belete and Yaka Koruba. To this call, good evening.
Yeah, good evening,
yeah, go ahead, my dear. Happy New Year. Your name and from where you join us?
I'm calling from Tembama. West London is Eugene Falcon. You know, nothing about that place they put in.
Your worst government official now because he is the executive. Keep a course coming 077-285-961. To this call, good evening.
Good evening,
yeah, go ahead, my dear. Your name and from where you join us?
My name is Ivasen, and I'm phoning yesterday for Chicken Factory.
One of for your best and your worst.
My best is they are this lawmaker last week give 25,000. Lawmaker. My worst. The president of Liberia.
All right, thank you. To this call, good evening.
Hello,
go ahead, my dear. Your best and your worst.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Asu. Let's come out a second to join you from all this city of South America. For the minister, Minister Alexander Newton of the Ministry of Agriculture. Yeah, would be my best minister. Why is this so? Because you're formerly a national agricultural plan.
No, you got hello, don't get bring profile. Don't just say your best. You finish, go to your worst, please.
Yeah, you don't have to give reason. We're good. Whatever you choose, that's fine.
Worst, but I said the one I got last year to be the minister of information, especially when I relates to the dissemination of information that to some extent have some questionable how you call it issue too, especially when it comes to training national issues of national concern.
All right, thank you. So that means the Ministry of Information is your worst ministry. So that's called a good evening.
Yes, good evening.
All right, from my GB County, go ahead. Your best and your worst.
And my best lawmaker is here is Honorable President from County and my wife is any at all in my county. My wife.
All right, thank you so much. Let me go to Man Warity and Man Warity, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, good afternoon to Mrs. Canada and Bob. My best love because the representative, the House of Representatives, my best love because then I love in our home. They can call about Dixie Siwo and Musa Hassan Belete. I suffer him that every quarter we all begin to suffer now Hassan Belete. And my west, ever west in the Republic of Liberia is the Justice Minister and the Police Director, Bingley Abraham Thomas. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me see who on the line. Two. Hello. Hello. Keep a course coming 077-285-961. To this call, good evening. Hello, my dear. Go ahead. Good evening. Your name and from where you join us. All right, go ahead.
My best minister or one of the teacher for the year, I will see the majority block.
Okay. And we are worst. All right, Samuel Koga. All right, good. So this Carter, good evening.
Yes,
Yeah, go ahead, my dear. Your name and from where you join us.
my name is Thomas D. Moore, and I call you from Third Plantation of the Street.
Yeah, go ahead. Your best and your worst.
Let's have a follow here. So as for the father of material, Joseph Human Swagger. And my best is no one else but Mr. Joseph Ali.
All right, sir. Joseph, your best, and Joseph Waka, your worst. So this Carter, good evening. I'm okay. Thank God for life. Happy New Year. Go ahead, my dear.
The West Minister or the West Joseph Human Burger.
My man, Julian Human Burger, I'm a president. So just say your worst government official. All right. Francis Kofa, your best lawmaker, and Joseph Boakai, your worst government official. So let's call a good evening. Okay, ma'am. What's your name?
Fina.
All right, Fina and Emma Glasgow, right?
Yeah.
Your
the
best or your worst? Hello? All right, Chief. Hello? Yeah, go ahead, man. They are from Dupont Road.
My best lawmaker is Honorable Josiah Mbawinko, and my worst lawmaker is the so-called police director of Kagapuma. Thank you.
All right. So this thing is they are government. No. Some of you, there are different between the lawmakers and the government official. Don't confuse yourself, you know. Yeah. So let's call a good evening. Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my Glasgow and my worst and person is and my best lawmaker is Speak Up and Kofa.
All right.
My worst letter is that, you know.
Oh, yeah. All right. Keep a call coming 077-285-961. That's the number to call. Liberians, speak out after 1 year. The people you been paying with your money, you have to grade them. Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, my dear. Your name and from where you join us?
My name is Yassi. I'm from Lower Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My best government official is Jeffrey Kofa.
All right, Jeff from Kofa. Okay.
The West, you said you want black guy, and the Justice Minister.
All right, the West, Joseph Yaman Boakai, and that of the Justice Minister, they are the worst government official. Those of you who also call me maybe on the WhatsApp, let me see who this person, keep a calls coming also to all of you. Yeah, today you're going to tell today who your best, your worst, and so forth. All of the talking is sign up for evaluation. I mean, after school, right? When you go to school, you're not steady, you know, turn on to come and give the report card. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I will start taking calls on the WhatsApp very soon. Those of you call. Hello? Hello? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Anthony.
So my best lawmaker of the year is Honorable Zenan in Nomo, the Electoral District number 1, Papolo County.
Okay, good. Thank you. And we are worst.
I think the worst is the mayor of Morovia. He has done nothing to see that the ordinary is put into place.
All right, thank you so much. So let me go to the WhatsApp number and take this call. Hello, good evening. Hello. Yeah, good evening from Enya, and you live on the SKTV show. Thank you for joining us. Happy New Year. We're your best and we're your worst. And your name first?
My best is Matthew Samuel Musa, calling from Arizona.
Okay.
US. My worst is Ibrahim Dallas Dillon.
Okay.
And my best is Yeke Kolwa.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us and keep following SKTV. Those of you who also want to call the WhatsApp number, you can also do and tell us who your best and who your worst. Keep your calls coming right there in Liberia. 077-285-961. That's the number for you to call after school close. Oh, no, we're not dividing the call the report card. We're not dividing the report cards and all of your children. The report card also. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, we're great. Thank God. Go ahead quickly. Your name and from where you join us.
This is Abdulmalik Sherry calling from Kowai.
Go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, my West lawmaker is this is people. To start with, he's not even residing in his district. Somebody are calling saying that he's better than the best lawmaker, the West lawmaker.
All right, so we are best.
My best lawmaker is government officer is Mo Ali.
All right, thank you so much. So let me go to the WhatsApp number. It's not easy. People calling back to back. Yes, I will. To this number. Good evening.
Hassan Musa Beriti.
Okay, Honorable Musa Hassan Berete, your best.
Yeah.
And we are worst. Oh, JMB, your worst government official.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, JMB, your worst government official, and your children great report card. Also, you'll go for it. You'll come for it to SKTV. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Alexander M. Colonial calling to you from Bolívar.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, my best accuser, my worst are losing for Baga.
Who?
Losing for Baga, losing everything, so the Baga and the Baga, they went together.
All right. Thank you. Today's caller, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
By the way of introduction, my name is Prince Duty to the commonly called running staff from job. The worst government official I've seen in my life is the police director, Greg Kuma.
Okay.
And the best is Fanatic Kufa.
All right.
Next to Fanatic Kufa is Grand Gida County District Representative.
All right, I will not tell you because you if you not call your own son or your own child name, and I will tell you. And now, Greg, you come for you today. Hello, so let's call a good evening. Hello. Well, keep a call coming. 077-285. So let's call a good evening. I'm okay, my dear. You are the call up or go ahead your name and from where you join us. Thank you. School closed, so you come for your children report card. Which one of the child you think is the best? Which one is the worst? Okay, Fanatic Kofa is your worst. Kofa is the best. Hello. We okay, thank God. But you can move away from my monitor, man. Yeah, my man, we're not going to be telling you this thing all of the time. Hello? Yes, good evening. Go ahead.
I'm Jerry Young Alex and I'm joining for 12 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead. Your best and your worst.
We already have a best because those are criminals we have. So we shouldn't be praising
No, some people are doing well, my young man. Some people are doing well. Okay, today's caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Alex. I'm calling from Brooklyn. I want to appreciate you guys for the someone discussion. My best government official is Joseph Imanuasai. When it comes to
There's a lot of noise in the background. I don't know what it is.
the section of the minority law, the section of the minority law, the rest of the representatives, they are my best lawmaker.
All right. Thank you. Today's caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Eva.
Yeah, go ahead, my dear. We are best government official.
My name is Sila Johnny from Lower Maggie County Service Township. my worst ever in the Republic of Liberia, the president, Joseph Yman Boaga, is the worst president forever in the history.
Okay.
When it comes to the deaths among deaths, finally cover the deaths. When it comes to the lawmakers, when it comes to the senator, Nathaniel Mangio.
All right, thank you so much. Let me go to the WhatsApp number and take this caller. I think this is Ali. Ali, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, people. Happy New Year to all our parents and to the entire SKTV family.
Thank you for joining us. We're your best and we're your worst. School closed. The children report card out.
Yeah, the worst is the worst thing that ever happened to Liberia. The head of the executive, Joseph Yman Boaga, and the entire judiciary, they are the worst. And the best, number one, Senator Ponatiko, Speaker of the House. Number two, Musa Hassan Benete. Number three, Honorable Yanke Yakpazuo Koluba. They are the best in the lawmaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being part of the SKTV show. We take a few calls. Maybe second one we add, or maybe we continue with few calls up to 5 minutes to go. Then, hello, yeah, hello. Today's caller. Good evening. Okay, from Bapolu. Thank you for joining us. Who you think is your best and your worst?
My best lawmaker is almost not number for electoral issue number one, Bapolu County. And the worst government official ever is the Minister of Public Works, who wasted $22 million in the fund.
All right, thank you so much. Today's caller. Good evening.
Yeah, hello, my name is Benu Sharif, calling from Kawa in New Georgia.
Thank you for joining us, man, Benu. Thank you so much. Go ahead. We are best and we are worst.
Well, for me, I would say my best is Joseph Yman Boaga. No matter like it or not, he is our president.
We are worst. Don't go that. You won't make confusion again.
My worst enemy in the world, government or anywhere that he has moved is George Banawia and all his cabinet.
If you want talking about so, yeah, hey, yeah, female talking like that.
Yeah,
that's the kind of society that will live in. Female talking like that. Everyone. Hello, today's caller. Good evening. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Etoro. My best is Banawia.
Joe, we are not in government. Joe, we are not in government. We say government official.
Neighbor, if you want you don't have to get on the stage, let it talk.
Okay. You talk to the people that in government, you leave other people that in government. So let's call a good evening. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay Sylvester here calling from District 2. Loma Kodo, Johnson, Loma Kodo. All right, I have nothing more to say about the government. At least it's okay for us, but what we want for people to do for all the security network, get it well for us. Because last night, round 4, my children, myself, were carrying green while on our way coming by on Johnson Road. After looking down, there's a grenade man in there. They putting road black for us. They were not easy. They were not easy for us. They attack off. My children, myself, while on our way coming, even my male daughter having the men and kids last night from me. So we asking the security network around the District 2 from red light between 4 or 3. They should please, the Kaduka should please be working here for us, please.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, my dear. Let me go to the WhatsApp number and take this caller. Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon. How you doing? Calling from Dover, Delaware, USA.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Wish you the same, and thank you for the good work.
We are best, and that are your worst.
The worst is a police director. Next to him, next to the police director is the minister of lands and mine. The minister that is also worse. Everybody in the house, other than Jackie Koluba.
All right.
They are my worst.
All right. Thank you so much for being part. Segu, I think you want to respond on some of the education I've been talking about because even if women or female or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So it's okay. People, a lot of people don't understand. In fact, some people don't even understand the questions you ask, but they can come to respond. But beyond that, there are a lot. We have people that will come with the sentiment, with the mindset. You say your best lawmaker and your best government officials and your worst. The lyric came to is my worst enemy. We don't really know who
I
she
even
is,
surprised.
and we don't really care who she consider enemies. But we say the best lawmaker or the best government official, the worst. So she say her enemy that Joe we are
Now
included.
people ought to be careful how to go out there
Yeah.
because
So
if this
so so that's the mindset that she has. But the thing is, before you can call in to respond to a question, please understand the question first. And also, you have to be careful what to say on the radio.
yeah.
We are not here to promote enemyship. Somebody who's your enemy, who is not your enemy. No, we talk about people, your best and your worst in terms of performance, how they work, the job that you let them to do, or they are appointed to do. You rate them by that. But overall, maybe if you are most ability today, you should be smiling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people call in, majority of the people who call their best lawmaker, they say most ability. And not because of anything else, because you can talk, because you know how to talk, because you have to know. Somebody called me the other day, said, oh, on OKFM, the most ability to was, considered the best lawmaker in the country for 2024. This is my first year. And Liberians are paying attention. The reason why they're saying that they're giving Musa ability this rating is because of performance in his district as well as in the House of Representatives. He stands the fight against corruption. And he's not even afraid to take on his colleagues. Not everybody can do that. Because other people can be afraid, in terms of any money business, they will not get their cut.
Yeah.
Somebody can be afraid, they don't want to go against the leaders because they do.
Connections.
The corruption thing that will come, they will not give them the opportunity to get it, to eat it. Imagine Musa ability, the people for the CDC, they never supported him.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, for nothing over there, Konaf, with Thomas Fala there, to stop Musa ability for being speaker or deputy speaker. But Musa ability believing him when he believed, he supported Fanatic Kofa, he said, because he believed Fanatic Kofa is on the side of the law.
Mm-hmm.
Musa ability was somebody who is sentimental or keep grudges. You're not supposed to be supporting Fanatic Kofa. But he said you're doing it because of the respect for the rule of law. He said you remove the man legally is fine, but you can't just remove the man because you want to remove him. So I think he deserved it. And as always, Yega called back for his stand. He has been one of those people that people respect. You can't actually point to many development that Yega Kolba did himself directly in his district. You can't count anything that Yega Kolba brought to his district. But when it comes to speaking truth to power, when it comes to pointing to the flaws of government officials, president, and the like, he's always been there. And people looking for somebody to fight for them.
Oh, yes.
So Musa Belete and Yega Kolba, they are two different versions. of good things that people like.
So what's your
Usability.
take on quickly? So what's your take on people whose names were not mentioned?
Yeah, but people who name were not mentioned, maybe they need to double up to do more.
Because
yeah, they need to do more. People this also speaks to the fact that people are paying attention. Liberian people know what's going on. And this is what I like. Whether it's Musa Beleto, whether it's Yeka Koluba, whether it's Amara Kono, whether it's Joseph Boakayo, anybody, if you are rating down, rate them on their performance. Not because of their party, not because of their tribe, not because of their religion, based on their performance. I know some people were sentimental. I know that. Socially, the recent fight in the House of Representatives, some people are still angry about financial cover being removed. I could sense that in the voice of some citizens. They could vent that anger. But bottom line is, let's put our country first. Let's make our judgment based on what the people can do for us and what they can do for our country, what they can do for their district, what they can do for their country. But not on sentiment. I think we will leave it there for now.
Yes, thank you so much. And hopefully on tomorrow, maybe if the name be or if possible, we will continue like you say, maybe up to the week, so that our people can really tell their government officials about their performance, like you just stated. I think that would be good, so that our government official can double up and know some of the things like you are saying. The people are following, and that's just the fact, Segu. They are following on the first serious note. The only thing sometimes they will come and tell you, but don't mind that they are following, and they are following a lot. So thank you so much, and thank to our supporters and our followers, and make a congratulations to those of you who knew a call based on your performance. I want to say thank you. Keep all the good work. This is 2025. You got to double up. If you score 80, you got to double up to 90, right?
Or 100.
Or 100, good. So that's a good quickly you pass him.
Yeah, thank you, Mabel. Thank you. I mean, thank you to you and to the entire team for Truth FM. We really appreciate everything, and we hope to be here tomorrow. So, my boy, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here up out of the globe. Monitor people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The project is giving us care and the promise of them. The work with my life we have again.